I'm going to be talking about Against Me. They're a punk band. Does anyone actually know who Against Me is? Nice. Okay, I knew you would. Alright, so they're a punk band from Gainesville, Florida. They formed in 1997, and they originally just started as a solo project by a guy named Tom Gable. And they released multiple EPs just as a solo project. And they were pretty popular, and eventually he got a couple other guys to join the band. James Bowman, Andrew Seward, and Warren Oates. And after that, they released another couple albums on an indie label, and they were really popular with the punk scene. And after that, they were signing by a major label, and the major label albums that they released weren't nearly as popular with the punk scene because they changed their sound quite a bit, but overall they were popular with the majority of the crowd. After they signed, they created their own label called Total Treble, and with Total Treble, it was a label, and they signed different other bands, and they released their own albums. And in May 2012, a huge thing happened for Against Me. Their lead singer, Tom Gable, came out as a transgender woman, and it was huge. No one in the punk scene was transgender at the time. This was way before Caitlyn Jenner, so no one really knew what was going on with her, especially because punk scene, there's not a lot of gay people, there's not a lot of transgender people. It was really huge. She had transgender dysphoria for a long time. A lot of the songs were talking about transgender dysphoria, but the lyrics were hidden in a way that no one really knew what she was talking about. But in one song especially, called The Ocean, the lyrics specifically say that she wishes she was born a woman, and no one picked up on it, and she was really surprised by that, and she was really nervous about releasing that song because it was exposing her secret, and it was just huge for her. So this was really huge for me too, because I don't know anyone personally who was transgender, but this was the first time where someone who was close to me, actually came out, and it opened my eyes to realize that it doesn't matter who people are. If they're transgender, if they're gay, they're just a person. They deserve respect. You shouldn't think any less of them because of what they look like. And she actually started her own AOL original series called True Trans, where she talks to other trans people about their experiences, and she kind of relates it to herself and how they live their lives before and after, and how she can help herself and the people who don't know how to talk about it with their loved ones and their friends and family. And I've seen Against Me a couple times, once when she was a man and once when she was a woman, and it's totally different when she's a woman. She's having so much more fun, you can tell. She's just a completely different person now, and it's really awesome to see that people can come out now and people support them, and it's not a huge deal like it was back in the day. Yeah, that's about all I got.